For a little bit, he made it right back to this tree. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I want to shout out to all my new subscribers. If you guys are coming in, you guys are watching my content. If I got something that you guys want reiterated, if you guys got something that you're not quite understanding, I'll more than gladly go and get on here and post another video or re-go over some stuff. I've kind of just been throwing content at YouTube and trying to get as much attention as I can to kind of grow and get out there. Now, the coon hunting content, with I'm actually out hunting, I am running into a couple little hiccups. I mean, we've had really bad weather around here for at least the past week, raining off and on, and it's usually raining at night. Another issue that I'm running into is the state land property that I'm running to. Cashman's kind of outgrown that, and because he's just come right along, he's wanting to go deeper and deeper and deeper. So I'm going to have to get around to a bigger chunk of state land. And then, you know, I wanted to shout out Coon Hunting with Otter. Dude, I really like your videos. I really like your channel. I've been there and subscribed up back in the early days when you were probably under 100 subs. You probably know it. But great content, man. You've inspired me to get on here and make content and make my coon hunting content. I know I just got me just a little starter dog here that I've put together, but we're working on it, man. One day we're gonna make as many trees as you, Preacher, and Angel, and all them dogs you got running on your channel over there. But yeah, shout out to you, man. So today's video, let's go ahead and jump into it. That's a long intro. But let's go ahead and jump into today's video. And today's video is how long I would wait on a dog, right? So waiting on a dog can be a really touchy subject. Waiting on a dog can be a touch and go thing. And we have to really gauge how much work that we've put into the dog before we can decide we've waited long enough. So if we have a dog that we have had a lot of time in the kennel, a lot of time on a chain, a lot of time just put up and not hunted and not worked with and not fooled with, we really can't sell that dog short, and we really can't cut that dog's wait time short. I know a lot of guys, they're cut off at a year. If that dog don't show me nothing by a year, they're done. The longest that I've waited on a dog is probably about 2.5 years, but I was waiting on a dog that I had put a lot of work in, and I like a tremendous amount of work into the dog, and I waited on that dog for 2.5 years. And I think my limit nowadays, it really depends on the dog, right? There's some things that you shouldn't allow on your yard, like aggression and different things like that. So if we have an ill dog, we're not going to wait on that dog. We're not going to wait for that dog to get not ill anymore, because it's not going to happen. There's just different qualities in a dog that is worth waiting for and not worth waiting for. I mean, I know guys that won't wait on have a dog that is running and they just get rid of it because they don't like the mouth on the dog. And I want to just clarify something here. Second-handing dogs is just like passing around dogs because we've given up on them or they ain't showing us nothing and we just like done with that dog. Now that's completely different than getting out here, getting pups and starting pups and selling starter dogs, and actually real truly starter dogs. Dogs that have actually had some good work put into them. And shout out to all you guys that are out here that actually start good hounds and actually, you know, get your hands dirty and get down in there and know your business and know your stuff, and actually, you know, come out here and give us good coon dogs to pick from at good prices, man. Because anymore, the price of a good coon dog has gone way up since I was in there. But I'll get back on track of the video. I just wanted to clarify that one thing about second-handed dogs, because I don't want to knock anybody, and I don't want to knock anybody in the way that they train and the way that they handle. And if you have a dog that is way farther ahead than Cashman here, by all means, give me some advice. You know, I'm always open to learn. I'm always open ears on when it comes down to handling dogs and training dogs and things. But waiting on a dog is a touch and go situation, and I really mean that. The only thing that you can do is you have to level, be honest and level. I set out a good goal list for this dog that's tailored for my dog, and I tailored a good goal list to suit this dog. And if this dog can't meet that expectation of that goal list within a reasonable amount of time, then we have to look at ourselves and how much time we've actually put into the dog. And when we've put a lot of time into a dog, I mean, we've worked a dog a lot, and we've spent a lot of time trying to get a dog to meet its goals, then we can start saying, okay, well, we can start looking at not having this dog around so much more, just because it's not going to work out. But we have to make sure that we're assessing ourselves and how much work that we've done with the dog, and assessing the dog, and giving a good expectation for that dog. Now, I put dogs on if I get dogs at a pup, I put them on what I call a 6 month dog. Um, it never happens. I mean, it's very rare that you catch a 6 month old dog doing it all. Um, but I'll put them on a 6 month kind of idea. And my goal by the end of the 6 months is I want the dog treeing a caged coon. And not just treeing a caged coon for working it, but actually treeing a drag on a caged coon. It would even be a big plus up if the dog is treeing cutouts at 6 months old. Now, it's not impossible. Even these timid dogs can get there, and you just have to understand the dog, and you have to be able to work and handle that dog the appropriate way. Now, I've showed dogs cage coons as little as 3 months old. Cashman seen his first cage at 4 months old, and he went right for it. He didn't have no problems about it. I got a couple videos of some pups that I've started that I've had treeing dead coons or treeing cage coons and stuff when they were way younger. And it's just kind of like when you just have to have a good idea about how you're going to put a dog together. And some dogs need to be put together in some ways more than other dogs. Now, if we're catching a dog that we've bought or we've looked at or we've bought secondhand, I have that video talking secondhand dogs. But if we catch a hold of a dog that is a little bit older and we're not starting them right off at a pup, we have a lot different story to look at that dog, right? So we're definitely, when we're grabbing a hold of a secondhand dog, we need to know for sure that we're capable of working any issues out of a dog, because the only thing that happens if you're not really understanding how to handle a dog and control a dog and hunt a dog and train a dog to hunt the way that you like it to hunt, then we're just gonna end up unhappy in the situation. So if we get a hold of a secondhand dog, or we get a hold of a dog that needs work and we know that it needs work, we have to be able to give that dog that work. And if we are able to give that dog the work that it needs, and we get it on a path where we know in our minds this dog should be where we're looking at for working this dog, and it's still not performing, second-handing dogs and getting second-hand dogs is such a touchy subject, because sometimes you can get a really good dog, sometimes you get really bad dogs. Sometimes you get a dog with no problems, sometimes you get a dog with nothing but problems. And we have to be able to catch those problems right away so we can fix them and remedy them the fastest that we can for us. But, right down to personal preference. For me, I'll hang on to a dog as long as it's showing me something. Now, Cashman here, I'm going to hang on to this dog. He's 15 months old. He sat up for 6 months, and he's still showing me more and more and more every time I get him in the woods. And that is just phenomenal in my book. Cashman was put on that 6 month plan. Cashman hit that 6 month plan with the little plus of treeing cutouts at 6 months. And then, it's just kind of like one of those things. And one thing that I was really concerned about when I bought Cash is that he is a kind of a Smoky River Hammer. And you hear a lot of the stories and a lot of the talk about, they start late, they start late, they start late. Well, I have a 15-month-old dog that's already treated its own coons, and it laid up for 6 months. And I'm not talking about the first 6 months of his life. I'm talking about I trained on him for 6 months and then set him up for 6 months and then brought him back out, and he's still performing. So as long as the dog's performing, as long as you're getting what you want out of a dog, then go ahead and keep a hold of that dog as long as you want to. Hope you guys like the channel. Hope you guys like the content. Keep coming around, and I'll keep putting out the videos. But thanks for stopping by, and I really appreciate it. Don't forget to drop down there and hit a like and a subscribe, and comment down there and let me know what your guys' favorite kind of dog is out here.